Hey everybody, it's Boardman21 and today's build is going to be the Lightning Nova being channeled, being targetable, and it's going to be a super powerful Monolith of Fate pusher. It has very little survivability, but the ability to kill everything off the screen before it even sees you is why this build is able to push really far. So if you're liking the Mage and you really want to play a lightning skill and you're wanting to go far but you're tired of using Glacier and you don't want to play the Spellblade and you haven't liked Meteor Storm, so instead of Cold and Fire you want to get into something like Lightning, you can do this. Of course, you can also run a Lightning Blast, but I have found that Elemental Nova as a complete lightning setup is actually really potent, and it gets rid of monsters extremely quickly. Its single target isn't bad, and the ability to light up over half of your screen and to be able to use it while you teleport is absolutely incredible. With that, this build pushed all the way to Monolith of Fate 40, which is pretty impressive for a build that has very little survivability. And with that, let's go ahead and get into the skills. For skills, we are going to be running Teleport, Elemental Nova, Focused, Flame Ward, and Lightning Blast. For Teleport, we're using this to cast 3 Elemental Novas every time that we teleport, and also for a bunch of decoys. We have 4 points in Plasma Protection, 1 point in Decoy Position, 4 points in Stable Duplicants, 1 point in Unexpected Copy, and 2 points in Uncontrolled Duplication, 5 points in Elemental Affinity, 1 point in Elemental Dawn, 1 point in Elemental Dusk, and 1 point in Elemental Midnight. For Elemental Nova, we have this, as you can see, completely set up in the lightning side. Now you would think that unable to target it, you'd need to go on fire, but luckily the new unique, the Ashen Crown, makes it targetable, so you don't even need to go down here, which means we can keep fire completely out of the mix and dedicate our build 100% into lightning. With that, we have 1 point in Lightning Nova, 5 points in Spark Charges, 5 points in Overcharge, 3 points in Charge Destruction, 5 points in Elemental Expanse, and 1 point in Luminaire. With this 3 points in Charge Destruction, we have a 100% crit chance, or at least very close. It might be like 99%, but we crit basically every time that we use it, which is awesome because it makes it do really good damage. For focus, we're just using this to get our mana back. The nice thing is Elemental Nova, when you're channeling it, actually doesn't use too much mana, so you can go quite a while of using it. The only time you really have to focus is basically on tanks when you're going up against bosses like Fire Golem or Beetles. With this, we have 4 points in Desperate Meditation, 4 points in Mana Flooded, 3 points in Energy Battery, 1 point in Energy Infusion, 5 points in Everward, and 3 points in Mind's Shield. For Flame Ward, we have this set up to grant us some ward, for some damage reduction, a little bit of resist, and then for a bunch of lightning damage. We have 5 points in Stalwart Defense, 5 points in Barrier, 1 point in Prismatic Buffer, 3 points in Dilation, 5 points in Infusion to give you 250% increased fire damage, which is then turned to lightning with the Lightning Ward conversion of 1 point in that. And then for Lightning Blast, I rarely use this. You can literally set it up however you want, and however you like Lightning Blast, you can do it. You can use another skill. This skill is completely optional to whatever you want, but the way I have this set up is 4 points in Arcing Power, 3 points in Storm Razor, 2 points in Lightning Attunement, 4 points in Overcharge, 1 point in Hypercharge, 4 points in Chain Lightning, and 1 point in Convergence. For passives, we have 24 points in the base Mage class, with 8 points in Elementalist, 8 points in Arcanist, and 8 points in Scholar. No points in Spellblade, 90 points in the Sorcerer, with 8 points in Calculated Destruction, 8 points in Mana Shell, 10 points in Wisdom, 8 points in Cheironomancer, 5 points in Rift Bolt, 8 points in Crackling Precision, 5 points in Afterglow, 5 points in Arcane Obliteration, 1 point in Distant Spark, 10 points in Arcane Insight, 4 points in Recollection, 8 points in Arcane Current, and 5 points in Arc Mage. for items, we have 3 different idols that we are running. We are running Increased Elemental Nova Area with increased armor, increased armor, but the increased mana is what we're going for, and our other one that we're using is doubled lightning damage for having over 300 max mana, also with increased elemental nova. If you can get some of those are epic. And then we also have plus base spell lightning damage with 2 seconds of stun immunity after using teleport. I believe, what can you get on this? You can get up to 3 seconds. Teleport's cooldown is 3.3 seconds, so you can almost have 100% uptime of stun immunity with this build if you have a perfect rolled 3 seconds of stun immunity. And then for items, we are wearing one unique. We did get rid of the Barbuette, and we are wearing the Ashen Crown, which, if you're wondering how to get it, just go to the Gambler Target farm the Silver Crown, which I actually put a video on Discord. I got this in only 8 tries, so pretty lucky when we were putting this build together. I thought it would take a while, and we literally got it in under a minute. The other items that we have here, we're going to be running increased lightning damage, spell damage, shock chance on hit. The chest piece, the one affix that's new is going to be the adaptive spell damage while channeling. That'll really boost your damage a little bit. The Ashen Crown, which gives you the ability to cast Elemental Nova at wherever you are targeting it, is huge. Everything else on it doesn't really matter. We are running set dodge, but we're also running increased lightning damage on all of our stuff. We have some mana regen on the ring. We have health and dodge on this one. That's basically it. Yeah. And I'm going to hover over these for a second so that everyone can actually pause the video on it so they can see every single one of them. The belt. And there you go. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys some gameplay, but basically all you're going to do is move forward slowly, and you know, in the early Monolith of Fates, it doesn't really matter. You have enough survivability to get to like 20 without dying. But once you start getting to the hard ones, you start casting Elemental Nova way off screen in front of you so that you kill everything before it even gets to you. And if it's like a boss comes running at you, a big rare, you can actually just teleport away and it will do damage to it, and then you can just start casting again. So it's pretty cool. Alright, let's get into it.